In honor of Valentine's Day, I'm going to do a deep dive on the lovers. Here we see the image from the Rider-Waite-Smith. Arthur White pretty much depicts this image as from the Garden of Eden, and we see the duality of these two people that creates a correspondence with Gemini, which the Golden Dawnian people love to do. They wanted everything to match up. They wanted everything to make sense. But what he did was he changed the image from the earlier Marseille deck that looked like this. So the Marseille deck, we see three people. And there's been a lot of conjecture and arguing about who the third person is here. So we obviously see this male, we see a young woman with flowers in her hair, and then we see someone that could be her mom, could be his wife, kind of also intervening, and then we have Cupid above. So traditionally, this card has also been seen as choices, not just this perfect vision of courtly love. And also, though, there's always been this idea of maybe there is a love triangle at hand, and I have certainly read this card like this, but I realize I may have been wrong, and here's what I think is really going on here. I believe that that image that you just saw is a depiction from a moment in The Romance of the Rose. It is a French poem that was written by two authors in the 1200s and was crazy popular through the 1300s, 1400s, and even through the 1500s. The story is about a young dreamer. He falls asleep, and it's basically this long and involved tale about Cupid hitting him with his bow. As you can see, this is an image from one of the many manuscripts that has survived. Hitting him with a bow, and then now he must go on the search for his rose. Along the way, many characters show up, and all of them have a moral or love-based lesson for him. Eventually, he finds his rose, but he has a good friend who has come along and helped him. His friend, that was called Affectionate Embrace, drew the line when our young dreamer wanted to kiss the rose, because he said it starts with a kiss and it ends in you know what. Do you really want that kind of trouble? And it was Venus herself that came and interceded. I added this picture because I thought it was just really super cool. This is Venus's chariot that is being pulled by doves. And here's an image of our young dreamer and Venus. Venus shows up and basically says, heck yeah, you should kiss your rose. Like, I'm not pro-chastity. Get up in there, young mans. In the manuscript, it depicts that Venus carries a burning firebrand whose heat has stirred many a lady into love's desire and set their hearts ablaze with a passion to serve her. Ooh la la. Drawing the bolts now set us free. Once they were seated near to me, all my sorrow fled instantly, for from her refuge Lady Beauty granted the sweet rosebud to me, and I received it most willingly. But golden-haired Venus the fair, drawing the bolts, now set us free. Once they were seated near to me, all my sorrow fled instantly. And there in true delight we played. Of fresh grass our couch was made, covered with petals from the rose. On sweet kisses our lips did close, in sweet transports, in deep delight. Thus we passed all along that night, though it seemed brief indeed to me. And in the poem, it talks about Cupid being blindfolded. You can see here as well that this Venus also has leaves in her hair. So that, I believe, is exactly what this image is depicting. The common man of the 1400s into 1500s would have instantly, I believe, have recognized the story that the lovers convey. So my question to you, dear reader, how does this change the way that you see the lovers when you read tarot?